We're going to show you polypropylene socket fusion using the SG160 machine. The temperature for all socket fusion welding is 260 degrees C. On this particular machine it can be changed by pressing the P button and then the up and down arrow keys. Once the temperature is reached, press the P button to confirm and the temperature will gradually increase to the desired temperature. The heater blocks are a male and female depending on the size of pipe you're using. They're attached with a bolt to the central heater plate and they have to heat soak for about 5 minutes after the required temperature is reached. Okay. The socket fusion process is a lap joint process, and the pipe and the fittings are calibrated so that when they're introduced together as a male and female join, they exert a pressure which joins the pipe together in one homogeneous lump. There is no preparation to be done on the fittings. The fittings come bagged and sealed in polyethylene. The only preparation on the pipe is the pipe has to be peeled and chamfered. This is to take about 0.2 of a mil from the pipe, taking the oxidation off and putting a leading edge onto the front of the pipe, allowing it to go easier into the fitting. This is done by using this peeling and chamfering tool. Once the pipe's all the way into the peeling and chamfering tool, take off all the swarf and push the planer up to this side of the clamps. At the same time you slacken off this clamp and allow this clamp to move up, jamming the planing mechanism into the centre and tighten the pipe back in. Okay? While this is in this position, we burst the bag and introduce the fitting to the other side of the planer, tightening it up as tight as possible and at the same time making sure that it's level with a level spirit level or something of that nature. Okay, once we've made sure that everything's tight and assembled, we open this back up, taking the pipe out of the chamfering tool and move the planer to one side. What this has done is set the depth of entry into the stop inside the fitting. Okay, so now we introduce the heater plate into the centre. The required parameters such as heat soak, changeover, fixing and cooling times are all listed in the socket fusion manual provided with the machine. In this particular instance we have an 18-second heating period. So to start off, we bring the pipe and the fitting together, making sure that the heater on both sides enters the pipe and fitting, and start the timing clock. We'll be able to see a bead appearing on the male side of the heater and the female side of the heater. Okay, once the clock alarms, we then introduce the pipe and fitting together and lock the machine off for the required cooling time. You can't take it out until the cooling time's elapsed. It's important that when the welding process is being done, that we ensure that it's clean, dry, free from dust, and in particular out of the way of drafts. In particular in a workshop if possible. If this is not always possible, then some form of tenting or breeze control. Ready? Right, once the joint is cooled sufficiently, we can take it out and you can see that we have a bead from the pipe and a bead from the fitting, and the two are formed together. Inside the pipe you may see a bead of material which is formed, but the pipe is right up against the stop inside the fitting.